Your success accelerates when you begin to give. Now, I understand why that might sound like a backwards or potentially an illogical statement because most people, when they think about giving, they think about handing over something that belongs to them to someone else. And that might seem backwards because for most people, they see success as someone that owns a lot, as someone that has amassed a lot of resources, right? If you're giving it away, then that actually takes away from your success, right? Many people view it that way, which is why they don't truly understand this statement. But this statement is factually true that your success accelerates when you begin to give. Now, in order for us to dive into the statement and for me to explain to you why this is true, I'm going to break down a few elements, right? So everything can begin to make sense. So let's first define success. Now, if you were to ask 100 people what is success, they'll all have different definition. But there are some general groupings of what people consider success to be, right? You ask some people consider success to be financial wealth, right? Other people will consider success to be in a certain position, whether, it's being a business owner or being a high ranking employee or being the CEO of a company, right? Other people define success as having a goal and moving towards that, right? And other people define success as happiness. And I'm here to tell you that the true measure of success is happiness, because we were put here, us as humans, we were put here on this earth to experience outrageous joy. That is our purpose, and that is effectively our goal, right? That is what we're always after. We're after happiness, because we've seen the countless times where people would be the CEOs of companies or people who do have a lot of financial resources because they're financially wealthy, and they're not happy, so they don't feel good, right? And even with all the money and all the resources, they're not living a happy or fulfilled life. So in actuality, the true measure of success is happiness. But for the sake of this video, we are going to, combine everything, right? Everything that you consider to be beneficial or desirable, right? We can group that within success. Now, your success accelerates when you begin to give. Now, giving, it means assisting someone without expecting to receive anything in return. Because if you're doing something for someone, if you give something to someone and you're expecting something in return, then that's not a gift, it becomes a transaction, right? And when you're giving something, you're effectively helping someone else. You are effectively serving other people. You're effectively providing value to the world, right? And this is how society have always functioned. Society has always functioned with an exchange of value, right? Back then, before the creation of money, humans used to trade with one another until the system became so inefficient. So then money was created. And with the creation of money, that money now serves as the middleman, which serves as the exchange of value, right? So humans have always operated by exchanging value with one another. Now, when you're giving to other people, you are providing value to them, and you're not directly receiving value from them, but you can still receive value in the form of being happy, in the form of feeling good, in the form of, you contributing to the world. Now, when it comes to living a fulfilling life, there's 3 C's that you need to remember. The first C is creating, right? You as a human being, you are a creator. You've created everything in your life, and you're constantly creating. And some people may disagree, but here's a simple example, right? When you wake up and you think about the outfit that you're going to wear for the day, that is you creating, because you are thinking about all of the pieces of clothing you have available in your closet, in your house, right? And you're mixing and matching the option that you have to decide on the outfit. And that outfit is how you present yourself to the world. So you are effectively creating your appearance for the world, right? You also create when you're hungry in the morning and you're thinking about what you want to eat, because what you decide to settle on ends up what you decide to go out and buy or end up making at home, right? So you create when you're thinking about the food that you want to eat, right? Because you have the freedom to decide on what it is that you want, right? Those are instances where you're creating. So you as a human, you have the power to create, and creation happens from the inside out. You're effectively taking the thoughts and the ideas and the creativity that exists within you, your personality, everything, and you're bringing that out into the physical world, right? So that is the first part, creating. The next part is connecting. You like we were put here to create things, and we were put here for other people to also appreciate our creation, right? We want to create, and we also want to share our creation with other people, and we want other people to appreciate what we've created. And that is what connects us with one another, right? We were not put here to live in isolation with one another, right? So you want to be connecting, and you connect with other people by establishing relationships with other people, by being a giver, by helping other people, by assisting them, by being of service, right? So those are the two C's. The third C is with contributing. You want to be contributing to the greater good and contributing to the world. And you do that by creating, you do that by giving, right? Because when you give, you are providing value to other people, you are serving the world. So when you give, you are effectively living the blueprint, the life to create a fulfilling life, right? Because you'll be creating, contributing, and connecting with other people, right? So when you give, when you help someone, you feel good when you help someone that isn't able to repay you, because then that means you are doing this out of the kindness of your heart. And I'm referring to when you're giving, I'm referring to the instances where you're truly happy to give, where you feel gratitude. So even if they're not able to directly provide you with value in return, you still receive value from it because you feel the gratitude within you, right? You feel good knowing that you've helped another person, because you know, of course, there's been many instances where you've been helped by other people, where you've been assisted by other people without them ever directly receiving any sort of payment or anything from you, right? So the reason why your success accelerates when you begin to give is because when you begin to give, you're providing value to the world. And when you provide value to the world, right, you end up receiving that same thing in return. So you've heard it in the different scriptures, right? Many different religions, you'll hear something called karma. You'll hear what you reap is what you sow. What goes around comes around. This is the same idea here. You do good things you provide great things to the world and provide great energy to the world, and that is what you will receive in return. And that's a real thing, right? Because with karma, even if you do something good for someone and that person is not able to, repay you back or somehow deliver value back to you in return, you will be compensated at some point in the future by someone else, right? That's how it all works. So if you do good by other people, good will happen to you, good will happen for you, right? And it all makes sense because we as human beings, we want to be happy. And for most people, happiness is not a constant state, right? Because they might feel moments of happiness, but then they might return back to being normal, or they might return to their natural state of being frustrated. And we as people are always looking for happiness. We're always looking to improve our mood, to feel good, because that is what we're truly after. And so if you're giving to other people, if you're helping other people, that helps your mood, that helps you feel good, because you know that you're working towards a great cause, and other people will take note of that as well. Doors will open for you because other people are going to want to associate themselves with you, right? The same person that you may have helped a long time ago, back when they couldn't, provide you with anything in return, that person may very well remember that exchange and then reward you later on in the future, right? One thing that I've learned in life is that people may not necessarily remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And this is what this is all about, right? When you're giving to other people, you're giving out of the kindness of your heart. You understand that us humans, we're all chasing happiness, that we all have problems, that we all have plenty of things on our plate. And when you give to other people, you're effectively helping them. And when you give, it doesn't necessarily have to be money. You can give with your time. You can give with information. You can give with assistance, right? Like, you can give in so many ways that isn't tied to money. And your giving is what's going to open up the floodgates for abundance to flow into your life. And that is how your success accelerates, because like I mentioned previously, the only true measure of success is happiness. But there's obviously other elements that other people see as success, right? And when you are a giver, those other elements begin to open up and begin to flow into your life as well, right? If you are a giver and you've helped so many people fix so many problems, or overcome these issues, or discover the value within them, right? Then they'll want to associate themselves with you. They'll want to work with you, right? They'll want to have you in their corner, right? You'll see that so many people will begin wanting to do business with you, right? No one wants to do business with someone who's nasty and mean, right? Everyone wants to do business with someone who's has a pleasant personality, who has the right attitude. Just we want to surround ourselves with other phenomenal human beings. And knowing that we're chasing happiness, we want to surround ourselves with other happy people, right? And you're going to be happier when you give, because when you give, you're signaling to the universe that you have more than enough, right? Because when you give, there's no fear. You're like, it allows the energy to flow. There's no energy blockages, right? Because you're allowing value to flow. See, for some people, they think that success means being able to hoard as much as they can, right? Obtaining as much as they can. But the problem is, if you operate with the mentality of trying to take from everybody, and what you're doing is you're trying to extract as much value as you can from each every person, and extract as much value as you can from the world, but you're not opening yourself up to give any of the value to other people. Then that's basically it's one value is only going one way. And then because of that, how do you expect opportunities and things that align with success to appear at your doorstep if you are basically just trying to absorb as much as you can without giving anything in return, right? Think of how a transaction happens. A transaction happens because of value, right? That's why we buy things. We buy things because whatever we spend our money on, we believe that the product or the service that we're getting is worth more than the money that it costs to pay for it. That's why we always make, that's the only reason why we make purchases, right? If we don't believe that we're going to get enough value from that product or service, we're not going to pay for it, right? And so that becomes an exchange, right? Someone receives the value from a product or service, and the other person ends up receiving the money, the compensation, which is value, right? Because money is a physical representation of value. So all exchanges are exchanges of value. When you give, you are providing value. So that opens the door, right? Based on karma, based on all of these principles, that opens a door for value to enter your life, because you are providing it to the world. So because you're providing value to the world, you are now seen by other people as someone that is indeed valuable. And so people are going to want to associate themselves with you. People are going to want to learn from you. People are going to want to do business with you. People are going to want to be friends with you and hang out with you, right? Because you are providing them with something. You are giving them something. You are sharing something, right? Like, this is what it is. No one wants to surround themselves with people who are selfish, who are greedy, who are only thinking about themselves, right? People want to be surrounded by other people who are thoughtful, who are helpful, people who are givers, right? That's what we want, right? And so this is why your success accelerates when you begin to give, because when you begin to give, you begin to share, you begin to become of service to the world. And that is how money is earned and how money flows, because the only way to ever earn money in this world is by serving other people, right? Because the economy is just a flow of money, just an exchange of value. So you need to be actively exchanging value in order to be compensated. Now, of course, when you're giving, you shouldn't expect anything in return, because then that's a transaction, right? But when you give, you still receive something, and you still feel good knowing that you're helping other people, that you're serving other people. And you even giving for free will eventually open the door for you, because there's going to be people out there that have benefited so much from the free value that you've given them, that they're going to want to pay you for your stuff because of who you are, because of how much you've helped them and how much you've done for them. So this is why your success accelerates when you begin to give. You effectively begin creating a positive reputation for yourself. You're operating with the right attitude because you're happy and sharing. You've accepted that you're a creator, and you've accepted that you have unlimited ideas and creativity, which means if you have unlimited ideas and creativity, that means you can in fact create unlimited value for the world, which means you can create unlimited wealth, right? Because as you create value, you are effectively creating wealth. That's how it works. So you being a creator, you can create unlimited value and unlimited wealth, right? So you can see how all of these elements begin coming together, right? You want to operate from the mindset of sharing with other people. You want to operate in the mindset of being of service, because that is what's going to get you to where it is that you want to go, right? If everyone just kept everything to themselves, then it would go against the whole basis of this universe, because the foundation of the universe is about creation, right? Nature was created by a creator. We as humans were created by a creator. And then if you look at everything else that you see out here, with the exception of nature, we as humans created that. It all started off as an idea that someone had, and they brought that to the physical world. So the world that we live in now is largely the result of human imagination. So everything has always been about creation. And our creation is beautiful because our creation is what expands the universe. So when you give, you are serving. When you are serving, you are providing value to other people. And you can do that with your creations. It doesn't have to be you have to give away money or give away your objects. You can help other people through other means, through time, through information, through knowledge, right? You can assist people in that fashion. And as you assist them, you will feel good because you know you're helping someone else, right? Remember, we weren't put in this planet to live in isolation. We want to share. We don't want to be the only one dining at a big buffet with no one else by our sides, right? We don't want to be at the mountaintop by ourselves, right? We want to be at the mountaintop and be able to share that mountaintop with other people who also wanted to be here as well, right? We want to share the mountaintop with our family members and our friends and other people who share the same passion as us, and the people who want to be here, right? We want to share that joy and abundance and that freedom and all of these benefits with other people. So when you become a giver, that is when you open up so many more doors for you, because you're helping so many people. People are going to get to know you. They're going to learn your name. They're going to learn who you are. They're going to want to associate with you. They're going to want to hire you. They're going to present opportunity with you because you're such a great person and you have a positive attitude. So many good things are going to happen for you because you decided to help other people and be a giver, because you decided to be of service to other people, and you will be rewarded handsomely because of it. So that is why your success accelerates when you begin to give. When you give, you are now in alignment with the universe, because you are serving other people and you are improving the quality of life for other people and providing so much value to the world. And what goes wrong comes around. You provide value to the world, value is going to make its way to you, right? There's a saying that if you help enough people get what they want, you will have everything you could ever want. And that is true, right? You help people get the information, you help people solve their problems, you help people get to where it is that they're going, and they're going to reward you as such, right? So that is how your success begins to accelerate and gets created when you begin to give. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as you're on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.